After a long drive from North Carolina to St. Louis, we made it to the St. Louis RV show. I am so excited. I am going to be going in tomorrow morning and we are going to be looking at all of these rigs, plus bunches more that you can't see. I've got permission to stay on the lot. I'm the only RV here overnight. Yep, that's us parked right by the building. And if I spin around, that's the RV show. I don't know why I stepped inside this one. It's an Airstream, it's a travel trailer, but I just have to show it to you because I think this is my dream floor plan. I will not buy a travel trailer or a fifth wheel. I only would consider a motorized vehicle. But oh my gosh, do I like this layout. So as you step inside, this is what you got. It's like a little miniature house. So we just stepped inside a Chinook Bayside. This one is on a Ford chassis. There is a couch that is convertible to a sleeper. And then the kitchen on both sides, big kitchen space, and big bathroom. This one is a dry bathroom, so the toilet's out here. We've got some doors you can pull shut. You got a wet shower over here. This van is going to be perfect for people that care the most about having a lot of bathroom space and having a big kitchen. There's all that kitchen there. This is drawers, but it's only half height, so you can use that as additional space. And then you've got a small fridge for that big kitchen space to cook, a microwave, and then you've got wardrobe back here. So this one prioritizes kitchen and bathroom. And where you sit when you are awake and in the van and where you sleep is, in my opinion, the least focused on area. So that doesn't work for me, but maybe it does for you. So I'm going to apologize right off because I'm sitting right next to a vehicle right there that's got a generator going. So I'm sorry if it's loud, but I wanted to show you this 2026 Jayco Comet. This is really a rig that's going to be best for a single person. So yes, you can fold that bed out to two people, but I don't know. I think it would be really tough. If I was living in this, I would just change out this cushion and somehow make it a single bed cushion and just leave it set up as a bed all the time. A little seat, a nice big door with a screen, a kitchen that is certainly big enough for one or two. Today's show price of $104 brand new. Refrigerator, movable convection oven. I kind of like that, so you could just stash it away when you're not using it. A sink, plenty of storage for one or two people for the kinds of things you would put up in the cabinets or in drawers. The issue with these smaller ones is not drawer space, it's gear space. Where are you going to put your chairs to sit outside? Where are you going to put your grill for outside? So this is the bathroom. It's very similar to mine other than being a little smaller. So wardrobe here and drawers, toilet, wet bath, so you can pull that shower curtain around and use a shower head that is pretty much similar to mine, and then you got the toilet, and then you got the sink that folds up so it's out of the way. I actually really like the layout of this bathroom. I'm standing in the bathroom right now, and this gets you the full space. It is small, but brand new. It's only $105. I think if you are traveling for just one person, it's a really good setup to have the bed work for 2 people, you got to fiddle with stuff, and then it comes out from here. And the person that's on the side closer to the driver's seat is going to have to crawl over the person on this side to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. So to me, that's a big no. But then again, I travel by myself. So if you pull that back piece off, I don't think it would be super comfortable, but I think it's long enough for me because I'm only 5'2". But you might be able to make that work as your bed. And I would just keep it set up all the time as a bed. And then my dogs would ride on that during the day. And then I would hang out there and I would sleep there. And then if I wanted to, I could sit here. There's a lagoon table here. I'm sure you can spin around the seats. And then that way there's like more sitting space. That's where you would sit to eat and stuff like that. Not a bad rig for one person. Here we've got a 2025 Roadtrek Zion. MSRP is $177. They have it on show price for $157. So I'm excited to show you this one because this van gives you the other option of a twin bed compared to mine, which is a bathroom right behind the driver's seat, then the kitchen, both sides usually, and then in the back, you've got a couch that converts into twin beds. Sometimes you have fixed twin beds. That's also available in this type of a layout. So the difference between this one and mine that I think is the most important difference is that this feels really, really tight as you enter and you're in a hallway, and then you come all the way to the back to get to space to hang out and to sleep. There's no living space up there. So spinning the seats around, which you can do, has you still kind of sitting very isolated up at the front. And here's the bathroom when we open the doors. It also has a shower curtain to keep the doors dry. There's the commode and the sink. Now, my sink folds up into the wall, like above the toilet. And I personally like that a lot better because this makes it really crowded if you would want to come in here and stand. You can't stand directly in front of the toilet. And, well, I don't need to stand. I know a lot of you do need to stand. So, not really a fan of this kind of a bathroom with a sink in the corner. So I just stepped inside a Storyteller Overland on a Mercedes chassis. I wanted to show you this because this is one of the very common layouts that you see in vans. You have a raised double bed. The person at the back is going to have to climb over the person on the front side to get out. You do have a lot of storage. And then you have this, which is a step and is your shower. If you like this kind of a setup with cab seats, a seat here, a small kitchen, a raised bed, but the big deal would be the storage. You have gear that you need to take with you, then you should look more into this kind. It's not for me. So for me, there are really 2 issues that wouldn't work for me, and I think it would be harder for people over 50. Not everyone over 50, but a lot of people over 50, is the bed is raised. And that means you're gonna need to step on this to get up there, and that is still a huge step. I could not do that. If this bed was lowered to half that height and you still had a little bit of storage underneath, that would work for me, even though I still don't love the fact that if you had 2 people, you have to climb over each other. But I wouldn't mind having a bed that big, even for me by myself, other than the fact that it takes up so much space that you do not have space for a bathroom. There's the cab seats. There's a couple of extra seats. There's a lagoon mount, so you can put a table there and sit and work here. There's an electricity outlet, though I would really want a USB. Maybe there's one somewhere. And that's about it. So I just stepped into another Storyteller Overland, and this one shows you what it's like when you put the beds up, so you can put a ton of gear back there. If you want bikes, if you want canoes, if you want fishing poles, you could stretch things into this aisle. And so this is probably a great setup for somebody that wants real active stuff with lots of gear with them, because vans just don't hold a lot. And then standing in the gear section, right in the smack in the middle of where the bed would be, this one has the area where there was a table. It's all flipped out, so it acts as another small bed. So it sleeps 3, and if that's what you really want to be doing, going with 3 people out and about, doing fun, active stuff, this could work for you.